Good morning, my friends. Ohayo gozaimasu. Today, I would like to show you how I do a full day Japanese immersion program. And this will take between 6 hours to 8 hours. And I start with a virtual walk somewhere in Japan. And today just happened to be my YouTube channel recommendation page come up with a small channel named KS Travel and shows me Kawaramachi Street in Kyoto. And I have not been to Kyoto for a long time, so this will give me some interesting memories. The most recent walk videos I watch are mostly focused in Hokkaido and then some in Tokyo. Kyoto walk video is first time for me. So I will watch this in its entire duration and eat my breakfast at the same time, because this one does not have any other sound other than ambient sound. It put me in the mode of feeling like walking around in a Japanese city. That's to set the brain into the mode first. And after that, I will continue with full audio immersion with one of the videos done by Koya Travel. And his videos are usually about 1 hour long. And while I'm doing that, I will be shadowing his video, which means whatever I hear, I will try to repeat phonetically whatever I hear without understanding 99% of what I hear. The main purpose of such immersion is really to gear the brain towards listening first. And listening is an active listening process, which means my brain must be able to tune into the fine Japanese language details, the phonetics, the tonations, the pitch accents, all those things that it's very hard to learn in a school environment. And such immersion can only be done in a very focused way when I can gear my 100% of my brain power towards listening and repeating the phonetic sounds. So after that, it will come a break. And normally the breaks I'm taking are filled with music, and I use Hima cover for music for 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes to relax the brain, because shadowing is incredibly energy intensive and it's very difficult actually. Shadowing is actually pretty difficult. It's like singing after another person without knowing anything about the song, because all the content I shadow are first time content. I never do repeat. The purpose for that is because you want to keep the novelty going. In immersion program, one of the most important thing is novelty. Novelty triggers the brain into heightened mode of learning. So you always have to see something new. Even though it's all not unknown, it doesn't matter. It's about putting the input into the brain to let it process itself. And after I've done about 3 hours immersion, I will take a break, eat something, and maybe take a nap for 45 minutes or 1 hour. And after that, continue again, then with a completely different topic, maybe some official Japanese program from NHK or some newscast. I'm not sure yet. It's that usually for about an hour. And once that is done, I switch over to anime. Usually the anime I watch are romance related, because most animes that is fantasy world anime, the vocabularies are not that great. You want to learn vocabularies that's easy to remember, easy to repeat, and set in a environment that is very real world like. So a lot of those teenage romance animes, they are set in a school setting, they're set in an informal setting, so you get to hear how people talk to each other informally as young people. And I also teach a lot of simple phrases that is normally been shown on official presentations. So when that is done, I will do 1 more hour of Korea travel immersion by shadowing his voice, and then conclude everything with music again. Altogether, it's about 3-hour block first half, 1 hour break, another 3 hours block, and then if everything goes well, I will reward myself with additional 1 hour fun stuff, some crazy game shows or some crazy animes, something that is really not about learning, it's about getting a laugh out of it. And the purpose for that is to, at the end of the day, reward the brain not just with novelty, also with fun. The fun factor is very important. So basically, throughout the whole day, the brain should never get into a stress mode. There's one thing you don't want to feel is like stress. You don't want to feel like you are doing this because you have no choice. You're doing this because you are being forced to do it. Instead, you want the brain to think, okay, I'm learning all this because it's so fun, so much fun to do. I'm learning because it's just incredibly novel. The novelty effect is very high. And everything, you walk away with a fun experience. That's the most important part about learning language this way, the fun experience. So I'm not saying that you should do exactly the same thing. The entire principle is simple. You must be focused, you must have fun, and it must be novel to you. So whatever you are listening to, watching, or reading, it must be of high interest to you. Let's say if you are interested in Japanese calligraphy, then you should watch everything about Japanese calligraphy. If you're interested in stock trading, then you should watch people talking about stock trading in Japanese. So it has to be something that is interesting to you. That is the key point. And this is the biggest difference between self-learning, self-guided immersion program compared to a school-guided immersion program. The school-guided immersion program has a general approach to every topic because they don't know who they are teaching. They must teach in a way that is appealing to everybody at the same time. So that is the biggest weakness of a school system. The biggest strength of that system, of course, is consistency. They have basically like a guided tour. If you follow the tour strictly, you end exactly where they want you to be at a certain Japanese level. And my version is a bit more chaotic, but it's more fun. And fun is ultimately the reason why you learn a language, because language is a tool that you use to unlock the content. And if it's no fun, you don't want to do it. So therefore, I wouldn't restrict any material away from the learning experience. It's always about the fun. As long as I have fun, I'll continue doing it. And when I have enough fun every day with the language, then you will, every time you hear the language, you'll be associated with positive emotion and experiences. Therefore, you have that natural motivation to wanting to be absorbed in that language environment. So that is, in a nutshell, how I do my immersion in the initial stage. And we'll see how this turns out then. Okay. Matane. Bye-bye.